All right, so it looks like the first question I have on here is there a simple answer to how to increase your metabolism? It's a really great question. There really isn't a simple answer. It's kind of hard to know. Everyone's metabolism is a bit different. It's going to be different based on your age, your gender, any medical issues you have going on. But a simple answer I can give you is to definitely weight train if you're not weight training. Increasing your fitness level is one easy way to help boost your metabolism. For me, adding weightlifting into my lifestyle really helped boost my metabolism. Really is life-changing, honestly. So if you aren't lifting, I highly suggest looking at a basic lifting program to add in. And I love that you think I look younger than 32. You guys rock. How do I get an 8-pack at home? Can I look back at questions or no? Do I just lose them?
Genetic.
Okay, someone's definitely thinking about switching from intuitive eating to counting macros. So that can be, I would say, make a simple transition with that. For me, after my competition, I was just done counting macros. I felt like if I was going over every day, I was like, fuck it, I'm done. I just needed to go to intuitive eating. The one thing I would caution with intuitive eating is to not use it as an excuse that you can like go hog wild and eat whatever you want, because you're no longer having that accountability of the numbers anymore, or the accountability of a meal plan. So with intuitive eating, you really need to still be disciplined in order to listen and understand your body and what it's asking you. So that would just be a little advice I would give for those switching to intuitive eating. Someone asked how to get an 8-pack at home. Good Lord.
Genetics.
An 8-pack of abs. Let's talk about abs for a second. A lot of people say abs are made in the kitchen, which I totally, I don't disagree with that, but I just feel like that's not the full story, okay? Abs are so much genetic, it's not even funny. So I don't care how lean you get, how much you diet, there's a huge genetic component that plays into your abs and what they look like. And I think abs are like the number one thing people want. Like when they start their fitness journeys, that's what they want. They strive for abs. They want a flat stomach. Everyone wants a small waist. Does dieting play a role in that? Sure. Dieting plays, I feel like, 70% of a role in your results in terms of weight loss. But really, to get abs, I used to diet down all the time. Did I have a flat stomach? Yes. But I didn't have a lot of definition in my abs. So really incorporating weighted ab exercises and actually training your abs can be very helpful to help achieve a different look with your stomach. So you can diet down, lose weight, and just kind of have a meh stomach, okay? But you actually have to work it, train it, do different exercises, build up your core strength, and that'll help. I want to look back at some of the questions here, if we have any. I am not a singer. What? Bit Trucker, what's up? You want me to answer that? Is that what you're telling me? Okay, I was going back up first. If you're a healthy individual, is sugar really the devil if it fits your macros? Absolutely not. Sugar is not the devil. And that's one of those things, though, that you have to think about yourself and how you respond and not compare yourself to others. Some people do very well with high amounts of sugar in their diet and see no adverse effects of it. And other people do very low sugar diets in order to lose weight, kind of keep things stricter and reach their goals. I don't feel like sugar is the enemy. Fruit is super high in sugar, and I feel like fruit should be incorporated in a healthy diet. Again, everyone's body, I feel like, really does respond differently to different foods in different amounts. So it's kind of paying attention to your body and what seems to work well and not work well. Like for my husband, for instance, if he does a very low sugar diet, regardless if his calories are the same, he feels like shit and he's cranky as fuck. So the dude needs some sugar in his diet, and he actually looks even better when he has sugar in his diet. Now, granted, he's already a very lean individual, but my point is everyone is different, so you kind of have to learn your own body and what you respond best to. Let's see. I've got someone on here that asked, how can I gain weight? Which I think is a great question, because I'm so focused on talking to people about losing weight, we forget the individuals that struggle with gaining weight. So it kind of depends on the person and your metabolism. You may be one of those people that has a metabolism through the roof and you require a shit ton of calories. You are someone that maybe needs to kind of keep cardio a little bit lower, although I always advise against doing no cardio because your heart is a muscle and you still need to work your heart. So you really do want to have a little bit of cardio in your lifestyle in one form or another. But if you're so skinny, you might be someone that wants to track how many calories you're consuming just to kind of get a baseline. And you might be someone that isn't as in tune with hunger and fullness, or maybe you are and it's hard for you to push beyond that and eat more in order to help gain some weight. You may have to be someone that doesn't necessarily listen to your hunger and fullness signals and just eat more and eat in excess. And that can be very challenging, if not more challenging sometimes than losing weight. Incorporate in those high calorie, high fat foods. Ice cream, peanut butter, finding ways to kind of increase some calories in your diet without getting you too overly full. And again, people feel full from different things, but usually milkshakes and peanut butter is the number one thing I recommend to people who are trying to gain some weight. You guys are all talking to shredded Jesus right now. Okay, I eat once a day and I do 200 sit-ups a day. Is that okay? Will this help me get an 8-pack? No, don't. Are you a young person? Are you like a young person, if you don't mind me asking? Because I remember being in high school, like doing 200 sit-ups and starving myself because I felt like that was the way to be skinny. And that is so not healthy. Number one, you can do crunches until pigs fly, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to give you an 8-pack. And eating once a day, I really don't think that's a good approach, is eating once a day. Your body requires more fuel than that. And while I don't think there's like a set number of meals you have to eat a day, you really do need to spread food out throughout the day. You are probably severely restricting your calories. And that is definitely not a healthy approach. And what's going to happen is you're probably going to end up looking sickly and not fit and athletic like you want to look. You want to look strong and fit and healthy, not emaciated and lacking nourishment. You're gonna end up looking like shit, yo. Would I ever try powerlifting? I would. I totally would. I think I'm at a place where I'm not like close to being able to do something like that. I'm just really recently focusing on strength and increasing my numbers in terms of my lifts. But I think that would be an awesome thing to eventually focus on once I'm done competing. I think that would be a great new fitness goal to have. It would definitely be fun to try. Let me see if I missed anything. All veggies better than not. Hell yeah, definitely. I do not restrict any veggies. In the bodybuilding world, and in the nutrition world, as a registered dietitian, we kind of promote your dark, deep colored vegetables are going to have the most micronutrients. They're going to be the healthiest. Your dark green leafy vegetables, your deep orange vegetables, your deep red vegetables, things like that with lots of color are gonna just in general give you the most nourishment and nutrition. But so many people are so picky when it comes to vegetables. I almost always advocate that some vegetables are better than none. So whether cauliflower is the only thing you'll eat or corn, at least you're getting something. And yes, corn is considered a vegetable. It's just starchier. So some are starchy and some are non-starchy. So some are going to yield a little bit more sugar, a little bit more carbohydrates. Let's see. You guys are asking great questions. Thank you. I'm trying to keep up with them all. Ice cream king shredded Jesus for the win. How to lift heavier. Great question. How to lift heavier, you have to be consistent. You have to have a consistent plan. That is going to be the best way for you to yield some progress. So have yourself a consistent lifting split. Go into the gym, do the same workouts every single week, track what you're lifting, how many reps you're getting, and then each week as you're able to, depending on how your body's feeling, try to increase that. Even if it's 1 or 2 reps, trying to feel the weight, feel something a bit heavier. Wrapping your mind around the fact of feeling something heavier can help. So just having that consistent plan, maybe documenting, what you lifted, how many reps you got, and that way you can look back week after week and see if you're improving, if you're able to lift heavier. And again, it's not always going to be this linear path. Sometimes you're going to have weeks where you need to deload and go lighter. Maybe you'll have a few weeks where you're just not feeling super strong. Totally normal. Don't judge yourself. Just kind of keep moving forward, keep lifting, and stay at it, and you'll be able to eventually lift heavier. One thing I will say is some movements are easier to up the weight than others. You see people that can squat and go in one day and up their weight by 30 pounds. Okay? Same is not true for shoulder press. Am I right? You're not going to go in there and shoulder press 20s one day and then be able to lift 50s. Whereas squats, some people can do that. It really just depends on the movement. Homegirl looking good. Let's see. How to choose a good coach and a personal trainer. It's a really great question. If you guys also go to my YouTube account, Kara Corey Fit Life, for those of you that aren't subscribed to my channel, please go there and subscribe. Lots of good information, because I know I'm trying to answer as much as I can right now. But in terms of finding a good coach, all right, do your research. Here's the thing. You need to look at what their credentials are, what certifies them, what makes them an expert, and how do you know they're going to have your... I cannot help but laugh. Someone's asking me to show my feet. You need to look at what their credentials are. Who have they worked with? What makes them a good coach? Do not go out there and pick a coach based on who is cheapest, okay? I know we're all hard up for cash, but that is not going to give you someone that necessarily knows what they're doing. Just because someone is lean, just because someone looks fit, does not mean they know how to coach you. There is a psychological component to coaching. You have to know how to work with people. And on top of that, you need to have some kind of knowledge of science. You need to have some kind of knowledge of the anatomy of our bodies, the chemistry behind that. And there's some people that just know that meal 1 through 5, if I put you on tilapia and broccoli, that's going to yield weight loss. That doesn't mean a good coach. Anyone can sell you that plan and get $100 in return. So do your research. I'm a registered dietitian. I have taken a lot of courses with a science background, with psychology background, with counseling background, so I know how to talk to people, how to work with people, how to do motivational interviewing. You got to do your research, guys. Let's see. Let's see what else we got here. I can't help with the show me your feet. Let's see. Is there a dream to compete at Mr. Olympia? That one shouldn't be for me since I'm not a Mr. How about this 12-year-old? Are you still there, septic lover? I'm 12. You're vegetarian. Shit. Sorry, my phone. Whoops. Whoopsies. You're 12, vegetarian. Do you recommend anything? Vegetarian and diabetic. So you're 12 years old. So I really hope that you are working closely with your healthcare provider. There's nothing wrong with being vegetarian and being diabetic. Typically, a vegetarian diet is going to be a little bit higher in carbohydrates and not as high in protein. And some schools of thought are a higher protein diet can be a little bit better for a diabetic because that's not going to impact your blood sugar as much. The biggest thing that we know about diabetes right now is consistency. A long time ago, it used to be you couldn't ever eat any sugar, you couldn't eat fruit, you couldn't eat cake. That is no longer the truth. What you need to do is just have a consistent plan in place and try to keep your carbohydrate choices as consistent as possible. It doesn't allow you as much flexibility, but being mindful of what you're eating and getting your body on a schedule so that it kind of knows when glucose is coming in can be very helpful for you. Oh, hi, Ella. Hi, daughter Ella. Thank you for telling me I'm beautiful. That's super sweet. Thank you for the comments, you guys. I showered today, so I look a little bit normal. Let's see. Energy gains. What are my thoughts on protein supplements? Well, I will first and foremost tell you, some will say I'm biased because I'm actually sponsored by a company, MTS Nutrition, that does do protein supplements. She loves Quest a day. So true. I love my Quest bar. Protein supplements, I think, in terms of your weight loss goals, can be extremely helpful because there is a lot of research to show that higher protein diets can really help with weight loss. And that is a challenge for many, many people. I get that question a lot. A lot of people struggle with reaching their protein goals. So having some protein supplementation on hand can be helpful. And protein supplementation should be used just as that, to supplement. If you're unable to get in all the protein from whole food sources, from food itself, then you have that on hand to help get you to your goals. So, if you guys haven't tried MTS Nutrition, check it out. Tigerfitness.com. Their protein is the best flavors. I like it not only to help reach my protein goals, but sometimes I am just craving something sweet and I like the taste of a sweet protein shake. Sometimes after working out, your stomach can be like a little bit off and maybe you don't want to eat a big meal. So that's when protein supplementation can also come in handy because it's something quick and simple you can guzzle down and get that protein restored in your body because you break down protein as you're working out. So you do want to replenish it. What else was I going to say about protein? I guess that's all I can think of right now. Does it pack on muscle or just weight? In terms of protein, it doesn't necessarily do either. It's kind of about the overall day. It's about your overall caloric intake. Macronutrient distribution makes a difference, for sure. But just drinking a protein shake does not yield muscle gains. It doesn't. You have to be very strategic. You make muscle gains by building muscle in the gym, mostly. Your diet is a key component to that, but without that trauma to your muscle by lifting really freaking heavy in the gym, you're not going to gain any muscle, whether you drink 14 protein shakes a day or not. Amino acids, branched chain amino acids are another helpful thing to have on hand for those of you that do lift, to drink in the gym while you are actually kind of breaking down your muscle. That helps to throw that back into your body to help with recovery. You guys check out that vein. You guys see that? That's my tried and true vein. She stuck with me through everything.
Vascularity on point.
I ran 8 miles a few days ago. I ran 7 this morning, actually, and I made sure that I quickly got in a source of glucose post-run because I didn't have anything pre or intra, so I made sure to replenish my body with some glucose right afterwards. I had a slamming breakfast, and it was delicious, so I thought I'd share that with you. Do you have to squat to build nice legs? I have bad knees. Absolutely not. Don't get me wrong, squatting is a great exercise. It's a great compound movement. Squats work a lot of your body. It works your quads, it works your hamstrings, it works your glutes, it works your core. But there are tons of other exercises that are just as good to help build nice shapely legs. And in addition, if you're someone like myself, I carry a lot of fat in my legs. The dieting component, again, is what helps lean out your legs. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Carbonation. It's live. I'm keeping it real. But no, I have bad knees as well at times. So I wear knee sleeves can be very helpful, and then also you just avoid them. If it's something that's bothering you, I am not of the mindset to to push through it. Don't push through the pain, especially when it comes to your knees. That is something you don't want to fuck with. Since joining WNBF, any thoughts on NPC? Good question. Like, for me right now, if I'm to compete again, I really would like to compete as a pro at the WNBF level, since I finally earned that title. I have a lot of respect for natural bodybuilding, and I really wish it would get more recognition, and I really wish that, I try to encourage more people to compete in it, because I just am a firm believer in it. In terms of NPC, I don't know if I would try NPC. IMBF is the amateur division for WNBF, so I wouldn't probably go back to an amateur level at this point unless I really had to. My main focus right now is probably just when I compete again, doing it at a pro level, and then honestly, I don't know where I would go from there. What else? I should flex. I'll rip my shirt open if I flex. I don't want to rip my shirt. It's cute. Oh, thank you for telling me I'm beautiful, fit, and smart. Thank you. I'm giving your channel a shout out on my channel. Thank you, The Real Rocky. You kick ass.
Jessica Cat's on.
Awesome. What's up, Jessica Cat? Girlfriend. Let's see. Favorite movie? Totally not fitness related. Shit, that's a hard question.
Monster Squad.
No, that's yours. I'm a super movie freak. I worked at a movie theater for 3 years in high school. It was my first job. So, I'm obsessed with movies. A lot of people aren't, but I actually love horror movies. I was a huge zombie movie fan, like in elementary school. So I've always loved the horror genre, and Halloween is my hands down favorite horror movie. So I don't know if it's my favorite movie because I like movies from all genres. I'm a real amazing movie date because I'm very easily entertained. Like, you can take me to sci-fi, you can take me to comedy, you can take me to, like, shoot, I don't care. I'm easily entertained, especially if the movie's free.
We're going to watch Conjuring.
We're going to watch The Conjuring 2 today, I believe.
1 hour.
Hi, Peter from Greece. Thanks for checking in. Don't turn into the Hulk. That's hilarious you wrote that, because like that's one of the biggest things people would say when you first find out a girl is getting into lifting. It's like, don't get too big though, or don't get too manly. I remember a lot of people at work saying that because they were very misunderstood about lifting and what it takes to build muscle. And honestly, I've been lifting now for 4 years. And it's really hard to gain muscle as a natural female. And don't get me wrong, everyone builds muscle at a different rate. I'm a very like petite, small-framed female. I come from a very small little French-Canadian family. And for me to gain muscle, it takes a lot of work. So I will not be turning into a She-Hulk anytime soon. I like Rob Zombie movies. Yes. What's the Rob Zombie movie? House of a Thousand Corpses. Devil's Rejects. Fucked up movies. I love them though. Spooky stories from that tour. Like I wish we would have gotten to tour and see more spooky things, but I'm trying to think. There was a few people killed there. Like there was a fire that happened and killed some people. Someone came in and shot a doctor at one point. So I definitely think there's like some spooky stuff going on in there, but they didn't let us see it. Was there anything else spooky, Jay?
Not really. We need to go see the spooky stuff.
Yeah. They talked about an old form of a restraint that was developed in Utica called the Utica crib. You can look that up and see it. It was kind of creepy looking, but it was basically a more humane form to restrain. It's like patients when they're, acting out or decompensating, they would like put them in this crib, but it was like they were almost like locked in there, but it would kind of like rock back and forth.
Roof on
to kind of maintain them, yeah. But like there was like a roof on it. Like they were like shut in there in a legit crib. So that was kind of creepy. What's the difference between MPC and NBS? I don't know MBS. Is that a typo? Wanna smash. Thanks for sending love. Thanks for sending some love. I'm new to this Live Me streaming, and I actually really like it. So I hope you guys like it, because I like talking a shit ton. And I like answering questions. I like being helpful, especially, I do have a big booty, actually. Good question. Someone commented that yesterday on that live feed. They were like, that booty's big though, right? And I'm like, yeah, girl, booty's kind of big right now. All right, booty's big even when I'm lean and compete. The booty is filled out. Okay. Anywho, what will your next YouTube series be? Good question. I haven't really thought about doing a new series right now. I mean, I've been doing more of kind of the vlogging, a little more intimate and personal, getting to know me. I want to continue with my dietitian talk series, and kind of, I feel like I've been neglecting that quite a bit. I tend to neglect that when I'm in prep and then really get back into it when I'm off prep. So I really want to get back to more of the dietitian talks, more of the educational type series that helps people. And then eventually I might do a small cut at some point, and then I would, if I'm cutting or if I'm going into a pro show, I would do a series based on that. But I do have some things planned for the summertime that I think are going to be very exciting, so there'll be videos on that. I look good for my age. That's a nice way of saying, bitch, you old, but you still look kind of good. All right, more day in the lives. All right, what else? Someone asked something else. Any tips on checking credentials on dietitians? Good question, Christina. You actually can, if you go to the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, on their website, you can actually search for dietitians in your area. And if someone is truly credentialed, you should be able to pull up their name from the registry. So, you should be able to find out if they're truly credentialed or not. They should have that credential of RD, or it should say RDN. Thank you for saying my skin's looking good. It's healing. It's still kind of dry. I got a chemical peel, you know, being old and stuff, you got to get chemical peels. But it's getting there. It's going into week 2, so this should be the week that the skin starts looking good. Brent, I do compete. I am a WNBF bikini pro. I started competing in 2011, so I actually have a lot of experience with bikini preps. And I also coach, so I have several bikini competitors right now that I coach and help them achieve their goals. Winston for the win. That's what's up. What did someone say? Ew? No, ew. No, ew to you. Any other questions? It's 12:34. Thank you, Fit Trucker. I friggin' love you. Fit Trucker is goals. He's supporter goals. I do not have any tattoos. That's something I thought about a lot more when I was in college. My sister has a lot of tattoos, if you guys have seen her in my videos. Here's the thing. I don't really like the look of just like one random tattoo placed on your body. Like my sister kind of has a half sleeve, and I think that shit's hot. I like that kind of stuff. Not something I would put on me. I would encourage Shredded Jesus to do it, but I don't think he would at this stage of his life, although I think he'd look freaking sexy with a half sleeve because he's got some nice dick arms going on. All right, I lost my train of thought thinking about his arms. Let's see. I'm from Syracuse, New York. I work out like usually 6 days a week. I try to lift 5 to 6 days a week. 5 to 6 days a week I usually lift. I do incorporate a little cardio in there. What else we got? Thanks for liking my hair. It's pissing me off lately. I don't like it. Oh, would I get one? So I probably wouldn't get one. I thought about it when I was in college, like getting one. Like there's this one movie with Angelina Jolie and she had one on her stomach. I think it was fake, but I thought that was really kind of sexy. And I like things for like 2 days and then I'm sick of it. So I'd be really, really worried that I would pick a tattoo and then I'd freaking hate it in like 3 days. So that's why I've never committed to one. Everyone wants to know how old do you think I am? How about I ask you that question? What will my next cheat meal be? I'm not really doing like cheat meals right now because I'm intuitive eating, so I'm not really restricting my eating choices at this point in my life. If I was to have something that I would truly consider like a cheat,
Don't give a fuck meal.
like I don't care how many calories it's gonna be type meal. Usually my go-to is a burger and fries. I haven't done that in a long time. Or I would do like sushi or something, like sushi and froyo is a good meal. I actually haven't done animal meat in a long time. Well, it feels like a long time. It's been like 3 weeks, but I'm super craving steak. But I don't consider that a cheat meal by any means. So I don't know. I'll keep you posted. Look at everyone. Is everyone sharing their ages? Is that what's going on? How to deal with stressful eating? That's a great question. First and foremost, you have to figure out the source of your stress and what you can do to relieve that and find other non-food related ways to relieve stress. So for me, I know yoga really helps me not only relieve stress, but it helps me manage my stress levels throughout the week. So find something, it doesn't have to be fitness related, but find something that helps you de-stress that you can do other than eat. It's one thing if you're hungry to eat, but a lot of times eating does not help resolve that stressor in our life. So you have to find other ways to kind of work through it and deal with it. I also like to blast music in my car and sing, and I don't sing well. Someone asked me to sing for you. Not yet. Not right now, not this stream. So find some other things that help you de-stress that aren't food related, whether it's music, reading a book, taking a bath, going shopping, going for a walk, whatever it might be. I do like salads, and I would love to work out with all of you. My Snapchat is Kara, Kara _ Corey, Corey. Fit Trucker, we're all works in progress, as you know. It's a lifelong journey here. What music is Titties approved? And what do you listen to? I listen to all kinds of stuff. I love Drake. Like Drake's on my Pandora station. I also love me some Britney Spears. I was really into like punk music and hardcore music in high school, and Blink-182 has an album coming out soon, so I'm really interested in getting that album. Yeah. I am 5'2". 5'2". I'm a shrimp. What's a lie? Did you guys think I was taller? Because everyone on YouTube thinks I'm like 5'6". I think it's because I have a long face. Any other fitness questions, you guys, before we end this Q&A sesh? Oh, that I used to struggle with that 2 meal prep tips. You cook things and then you don't want to eat them. I used to do that all the time because I used to prep the same exact stuff to bring to work with me, and I was sick of the same boring ass chicken. So the biggest thing I could suggest is just finding new recipes and trying new stuff. Try to find foods that sound delicious to you that maybe you can create healthier at home, and bring some new stuff with you. Prep some new things. Don't prep the same shit week after week. You don't have to stay with the same old boring ass chicken and broccoli and sweet potatoes. Like, find different fun things to to spice it up. And even if it is just that, spices, find new condiments to flavor it up, make it a bit more exciting. And that can kind of help get you like back on track with wanting to eat your meals. I know for me, like post prep, sometimes just like adding back in things like a delicious barbecue sauce to dip my chicken in, or like a new spice, or just like adding a little more like garlic or sea salt to things to make it taste better can be more appealing. So find some little things like that to make your food taste better, and that should help make you want to eat them. You know, you have to be a little bit excited about it. And the same is true for workout motivation, because if you go to the gym dreading your workout routine, you're not going to stick with it. So you have to find a workout routine that excites you. You know, whether or not you like doing Zumba or running on a treadmill or swimming. Like, what is it that you enjoy that you think you would stick with, that you would commit to? It's got to be something that you like. I've been working out since I was really young. I used to do my mother's Jane Fonda step aerobics in the basement when I was like 12 years old, and I wanted to join a gym before you were even old enough to join a gym. There's something within me that I was born to be a gym rat, to be a fitness fanatic. It's always been within me. So I've been doing the fitness thing for like half my life. Yeah, no one needs to know about that, Ralph. That's gross. Thank you, Dougie. All right, I think we're going to wrap this Q&A up. I hope you guys found it helpful. I really appreciate you checking out the live stream, asking some questions. I hope you got something out of it and learned a thing or two. Don't forget to go follow me on my YouTube channel, Kara Corey Fit Life, Snapchat, Kara_Corey, Twitter, Kara Corey Fit, and I will be letting... Instagram, Kara Corey Fit Life. I will let you guys know when I'm doing these live streams. I have fun. I hope you have fun. I hope you'll join me again, and I shall see you in the next one.